Okay, guys, this is the equation that I have. This is the equation. Well, this is a two-part equation, and basically what it is you need two equations in order to find every single prime that gets higher and higher and higher. So you can move to the next prime number and the next prime number. You need two equations, and one is this one, and the second one is this one. Okay, with these two equations, you should be able to find a prime number higher than the next prime number constantly, forever, okay, for as long as they can go, okay. Now, this is how it works. 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 3 minus 1, and vice versa here, but just a negative 2 on the end. This is what you would do to start it off. We're just going to show you something here. Here's the example. We would start off with, let's say, 0. 2 times 0 plus 1 times 2 times 0 plus 3 minus 1. That gives you what? 1 times 2 times, that's 3. 1 times 3 minus 1, which 3, 2, that is 3, and so that's 2. So there's your prime number, because you can't divide anything under that. Okay? Alright? So that's 2. That's your equation. Try another one. Stick that number 2 that we had and put it here. 2 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 3 minus 1. Try it again. You get 4, you get 5 here, you get 7 here, minus 1, you get 34, and you divide these. Remember what you do. We didn't have to divide the last time because there was nothing lower than the number 2. But this one, you have to divide. Every time you get an answer, you have to divide by every prime number to get the answer. Divide by every prime number, and it will produce you another prime number. So divide this by 2. That's the first prime number. Okay, that equals 17. So there you go. That's your next prime number. Alright, now let's stick it back in here again. Let's go to the very top. We're going to keep doing this, and I'm going to show you how you can continue to get prime numbers after prime number after prime number, but it takes a long time. That's the only problem. The only way to get this really done is probably by a computer or by some kind of algorithm. So here we go. 2 times 17 plus 1 times 2 times 17 plus 3 minus 1. Alright, this gives you, in this state, it should give you, add that together, it's 35 times 37. Now I've already done this mathematics in my head already, or with another piece of paper, so I'm just going to give you what the next prime number would be. The next prime number after doing this would be 647. That would be the next prime number. Okay, because I've done it. I've divided each one by 2, 4, by 2 and 3, 5, and I got all the way to 23, and that was the prime number that I was left with. So we take that number, put it back in here. It'd be 2 times 4. Is that 4? So 647 plus 1 times 2 times, or 2 times 647 plus 3. Okay, minus 1. I've done this one too. I've got the answer, and then I divided it by 2, by 3, by 5, by 7, by 11, 13. Eventually you get to this number, 193. That's the new prime. You take that number, stick it up here. 2 times 1, 9, 3 or 1, 3, plus 1 times 2x plus, or times 2, 119, 2 times 1, 9, 1, 3, plus 3, minus 1. Eventually I've done that one. I broke it down. I divided by each prime number, and I eventually got to the answer that it actually, the prime number that I stuck here, it is actually lower than this prime number. So I think I got 601. So that's a problem. So what do I do now? Well, since I got 601, I have to, instead of doing this equation, instead of using this equation, I'm going to use the one that says minus 2. And then I'm going to try that again. 2x plus, or 2 times, let's see here, 2 times 193 plus 1 times 21913, let's see, plus 3 minus 2. Now I've tried this one, and as I did it, I broke down, I divided each one by each prime number, and I eventually got to the next prime number, 4, 9, 6, 9. Okay, that's the next prime number. So I take that prime number, stick it back in there. And as you keep doing this, you will continue to realize that I'm keep getting prime numbers after prime number. Yes, this is the only way to keep finding prime numbers, or infinite prime numbers, but it's better than what we have. I mean, nobody else has figured out anything else. So this is the only thing I've come close to. So 2 times 4, 9, 6, 9, plus 1 times 2 times 4, 9, 6, 9, plus 3 minus 2. I broke that down. I divided, once I got that all the way to the bottom, I divided each number by a prime number, and I eventually got this. This was the next prime number. So I stuck that in there, put it back again, put this prime number back in there. So you get 2 times 2, 6, 4, 8, 8, 9, plus 1 times 2 times 2, 6, 4, 8, 8, 9, plus 3. Okay, so you divide that. Once I got all that, I took that number and I divided by every prime number, every prime, and I eventually got a new prime, which was 209405999. Okay, that's the new prime number. Then I took that prime number, stuck it back in here. Can you see the pattern here, guys? 2 times 209405999. Okay, plus 1 times the same thing. Okay, times 2 times 209405999. And then I plus 3 to it. When I plus 3, I go ahead and do that. I did all that. I got a new number. I took that number and I divided it by every prime number, and I eventually got a new prime number, which was 2, 5, 8, 4, 2, 1, 4, 1, or no, 4, 3. That was a new prime number, and that is the last prime number I've checked so far. But I will let you know this. After you do this and you stick it in there again, remember, if your prime number, if your new prime number is lower than the prime number that you stuck in for x, then guess what? That means switch the equation back to -1, and then try it all over again. Okay? Then you should get a larger prime number than the prime number you stuck in. So if I stick this in here and I get a prime number lower than this prime number, then I just change the sign, and then I stick it in again and for x, and guess what? I should get a new prime number larger than this prime number. If I keep doing this, eventually I should keep getting prime number after prime number after prime number. This is the only method that exists. This is as close as I've gotten. This is as close as I think anybody has gotten to trying to find the next prime number and actually doing it, okay? So this is very difficult. It can be very tedious, and you might need a supercomputer in order to keep finding the next prime. But so far, this has been working, and this is the best way I've seen that keeps giving you prime number time after time. I call this method the telescope scope, or the prime telescope method. That's the new method. It works, so try it, but it can take you a long time. Alright, that's the only equation that I believe that exists so far, but if you find any more, please YouTube me and comment on my page and let me know what you think. Alright.